So what I'm going to be doing today is showing you how easy it is to make this great mystical pyramid with a circular shaker inside. It's really easy to make, so let's get to it. Now I'm going to be using my Let's Resin pyramid mold. It makes a really large pyramid, but I'm not actually going to make it this big. I'm going to stop probably about there. There's a couple of things I would say to do before you start, really. Firstly, make sure the inside of your pyramid mold is lovely and clean. And secondly, prepare your plastic case because this sticks to this really tightly. And sometimes it's difficult to get in and out. Now, I do know people that use, and very successfully I might add, they use talcum powder or baby powder in here to allow this to slide backwards and forwards. Now, I'm not using that. I'm using mold release spray, and the reason I use mold release spray is it allows me to slip that down really nice and easily, get my points in where I want. It'll also allow me to release that really easily. And I'm messy, you know I'm messy, so whenever I use talcum powder or anything like that in my studio, I always end up with it in my resin, and I don't want that. So I would just use some mold release spray. So that's slipped in there really easily now, and now we can start designing and pouring. So the next thing you need is something to make the hollow out of that you're going to use as the shaker. I'm going to be using this sphere mold from Let's Resin as well. You get loads of them, all different sizes. But at the moment, you've got a little ridge on the outside, and you've also got this little ridge on the top. And I don't want that showing in my final piece. So all I'm going to do is turn that inside out like that. Now it's completely smooth and it's much more rounded, so it works so much better, and you get this kind of little lip there which will be useful when you come to demold it. Now we need a bit of weight to that, so what I'm going to use for that is some sand. And I'm going to put some sand in that to give it some weight. If you haven't got sand, then use something that's small because you need to be able to pour this out before you finish off your mold. So I've made a little funnel with some paper, and now I can fill that up. And the other important thing now is to ensure that there is no sand on the outside of this, because if not, it will get into your resin. And make sure that's nice and clean. And we'll put that to one side, ready to get on with starting this. So the next thing to do is mix up a bit of resin to put in there so we've got a point going on. I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to do it blue rather than gold, the point, because I really like this blue. And I'm going to be using the Let's Resin translucent resin dyes for this, and you'll see why in a second. Now, I've not put too much in because I just want a base colour in that. I'm going to give that a really good mix in, and you can see that that has got a nice translucent blue to it. And the reason is because I'm going to add chameleon flakes into this and give them a good mix round as well. So I've added quite a lot of blue chameleon flakes. And now I'm going to add my own mixture of chameleon flakes. And these are all the oddments that I get left over that I just pop into a pot and then make up really like a galaxy feel to it. And now I can pour this into my mold. Now I want a really good point on this, so I'm going to take a little silicone tool here and make sure as best as I can that I've got no air trapped in that corner bit. Hopefully that should have done it. And I'm going to pour enough in here that I can place this on top once it's cured, to ensure that there is resin going all the way around the edge. And that should be enough in there, like that. Clean up that side there a little bit. I want that to be as clean as possible where I've actually put some resin. So now I have to wait for that to cure up. So this is all ready now. I'm ready to have my resin ball put in. What I'm going to do is mix my resin up, and then I'll show you how to put it in to make sure that you get a good amount around and underneath. I'm ready to do this now. What I'm going to do first is pour a little bit into here. So I've got some resin on top of the resin that's already cured, because that way I can then use that to help me ensure there's resin underneath that. And now what I'm going to do is pour the remainder of the resin around, making sure I don't get any in the top of this sphere, because I don't want to set that sand in resin. And I'm going to pour this up to the edge of that and get a small hole there to be able to then get my liquids and all that sort of thing in. Any bubbles that are caught on the side, I'm going to just pull them off. There we are. Center that up a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks quite centered. And now all I've got to do is let that cure up like that. I will pop over it with a long neck lighter. And now I can leave that overnight. And then I'll show you how I'm going to get that out and then turn it into a shaker and then finish it off. Well, this has been now curing for about 25 minutes. And what I'm going to do is add some of these little nail art shapes onto the top of the resin here. If I drop them on the top, then they should just stay on the top here as part, and the surface tension should allow them to remain there. I really like these little shapes. You get quite a lot of them in here and they look great in all sorts of things. So there we go, that's enough of those in there, and I think they'll look wonderful once they are all finished and the final layer is put on there. Well, this is all cured now and ready for the final stages. Some of these little gold things floated down, and so when I saw some had floated down, I pushed some more down to make it a little bit even. Now we've got the fiddly bit, which is taking this out and removing this without making too much mess. So what I'm going to do to start with is spread out a bit of paper and then turn this upside down and let all that sand come out of there. There we go. So that's all out of there now. And now what I need to do is release this silicone insert out from in there and then take this out through that hole. There we go. So that's come out nice and easy now. And that's left that perfect hole in there. And no damage was done to this while the making of this was going on. So this is where we can fill that up with whatever we're going to use as the shaker. Now I prefer to use baby oil. I feel it slows things down as you're shaking them, but also there isn't the potential there for it to go a funny colour like there is water. But you use whatever you feel you want to use. I've decanted the baby oil into a smaller bottle because that way it makes it much easier to put this in without making a mess. And now I've got that half full, that's when I'm going to start putting my little pieces in there. Firstly, I'm going to be using a tiny bit of this Chameleon Flakes by Let's Resin. Don't overload this. I made that mistake when I first started making them. I put too many in and then it was just really, really solid. And I couldn't actually see anything shaking. I had too much in there. I had all sorts in there. Just got a couple of bits in there. Now I'm going to add a couple of these gold bits as well that I've put around the edge. Again, not too many. And I'm also going to add some of these little, like, sequiny things. And then a tiny bit of this large glitter. And then that'll be enough for me. I'm going to carry on and fill this up. I'll show you how to seal it after I've filled it up. So now we've got this filled up as far as we can get it without it flowing over. You are going to get a little bit of trapped air in there, but I don't mind that because that, I find, helps with the look of the shaker. We now need to seal that before we put our next level of resin on. All I've got here is a little sheet of acetate. I've cleaned this with 99% alcohol because you need a really good clean on it. And now I've got myself a little square. So all I'm going to do now is cut myself a neat as little circle as I can. So that's not going to be very neat at all. Because you need it big enough to go over the top of that, like that, and seal that in. But to seal that in, I use UV resin. And all I do is I work a little bit of this UV resin around this edge here. Pop that on there. I'll seal that using the UV lamp for about 3 minutes. So that's completely sealed now, and that baby oil isn't going to come out of there. And you can see that little bubble now is moving around in there, but nothing is overflowing. So it's time to put the final colour on. So I've got my resin mixed up now, and what I'm doing is adding the same colours to this resin as I added previously to the point bit. I'm going to give that a good mix in, and this is the translucent by Let's Resin. You get a lot of colours in that box. You get 16 different translucent colours. They're so useful. Now I'm going to add a bit of the combination colour that I've got and a bit of the blue of the Chameleon Flakes and give that a good stir in. So now I'm ready. I can pour this in on the top of all this. It's not going to get in where the baby oil is. Give that about 5 minutes, and then I'll go over and get rid of any bubbles that are on the top. So this is all nice and cured now, and this will come out of this mold really easy because we give it a quick spray with mold release. And there we go. You can just see in there that bubble bubbling up and down. So let's take this out of its mold. Pop out very, very easily. Always put your mold back into the same shape, like that. And I always store mine on there like that. Now, give it a bit of a spray with mold release first, and then it will come off so much easier. It's much easier than storing it in that way. Before I show you what it looks like, what I'm going to do is add it to this felt, because I want to use this as a paperweight. And adding felt to it really does finish them off lovely. It also makes them look so much nicer if you're going to sell these. And this felt costs next to nothing, and it glues to epoxy resin so easily. And the reason is it has its own adhesive. And all you need to do once you've got it on there is using a sharp knife, just cut and trim it off. And then you've got a really nice base on there as well. So let's give this a bit of a shake. And now you can see you have that globe. Let me just see if I can get that so the light is on it properly. You can see the bits that are moving in there now. And that is like a mystical, almost like something from a magic shop, I think. And because we haven't put too much in there, you can see the stuff floating around. It will settle down into the bottom. Because we've used the baby oil in there, that'll take a lot longer. And we haven't overfilled it, so you can see all that beautiful Let's Resin chameleon powders swirling around in there. I love it. I love how that has come out. It is a wonderful and really easy method. What a great pyramid as well. Look how nice and sharp all those corners are. Yes, very pleased with that. Hope you've enjoyed that. Check out the video that I've got coming up next. I think you'll love that. Boop the like button, hit the subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.